This is Aminata. It has been a minute. This is day 14th. Uh, but again, uh, you know, it's been a minute. And today I did my morning walk again. And what came to me to share with you is this. Uh, it's been a week of the Ramadan now behind me. And, it's going okay. To my surprise, it's not the hunger that's an issue. It's the head. Physically, it's the headaches. Um, But what is interesting is, when you are forced into stillness, and we are already forced into stillness because of this situation, have to stay home, not, so we already to an extent forced into stillness, but now you are literally forced into stillness even within your own body. And what happens is when you go into stillness, stuff rises to the surface, even emotionally. And as I said before, even, especially in this day and age with what we're going through, the emotions will tend to come and go anyway. But with this stillness, um, I think the best way to describe it is the stuff that's hidden in the cracks. You know, how can you can do like a good cleaning of your house or your bathroom, but there's stuff stuck in the cracks that's been there for a long time, that's been caking on, the stuff that's hard to get rid of. And you forget that it's there because everything looks clean and you think you're all right, and then all of a sudden stuff rises to the surface, stuff that you hadn't thought about, but that's still there and that's still irritating. um, so for me, the stillness has been, bringing up the stuff that's hidden in the cracks. I spoke to a friend of mine who's been doing Ramadan for 33 years, and she said, every year for her is different. So this has been my experience. And I know the tendency, when you want to clean the stuff that's in the cracks, is to scrub it even harder or to get more chemicals and to work on it even harder and to fight it. And so the challenge is not to do that because that's not working. So the challenge is this, first of all, to realize this stuff has been there for a very long time. This stuff has been doing damage for a very long time because it's so hidden, because it's so caked in. Um, and so even though cognitively you might know that this stuff is irrational and it should not be there, and you can have all your little cognitive techniques of countering these false beliefs or whatever, but this stuff is relentless. And again, it's not there all the time, but every now and then it springs up. um, and because it's been there so long, it's quite painful. So so as this stuff rises up, I've been looking at, well, how do you clean that stuff up? How do you get rid of it for real? Or learn how to live with it for real. Be aware that it's there. Um, and that's another option. Because another lesson that's been coming to me is like sometimes, there are the obvious options, or I can fight it or I can let it be. But sometimes there is another option. I can learn to live with it. I can learn to embrace it. Or I can learn how to infuse it with a lot of love and hope. Um, hope that it will get smaller, and seeing it for what it is. So, so that's been a challenge. Um, but it's about growth and it's about learning. Um, and to give this to you. So again, the stuff that's hidden in the cracks, don't fight it. Know that it's there. Look at it. Um, and sometimes again, even rationalizing it away does not work. Um, and I don't even have all the answers. I think part of it is the bravery to sit with it and the bravery to embrace it and saying, well, this is part of me too. I'm not perfect. Um, and these imperfections have slipped in there. And how do I embrace all of me? Um, and that some things take a very long time to heal or will not heal at all. And to even be okay with that. So, not any major fantastic insights, but this is just something that's been coming up for me, and especially I think because of this Ramadan, which for me at least puts my body in a different state of sensitivity. And like I said, the hunger hasn't even been really an issue, to my surprise. Uh, the headaches are not that fun, but even that's bearable. So grateful for the experience. And the last thing I want to give is as I'm walking, um, and I posted some photos, is to find your sanctuary, you know? And yes, and we have beautiful parks, and for those in the rural areas, you can go out and it's right there. But for us in the city, it's not always that obvious. And so sometimes you have to look for it. And sometimes you have to tune things out, because it's real easy to just plug in and to listen to your music. Um, but listen to the music, to the birds. And even with me, it's a mixture of birds, highway, train, metro. It's all beautiful music. But to take that in and to make that part of your sanctuary. Um, because initially even I started taking pictures just of the trees, and it's like, no, I am in the city, and there's walkways, and there's bike paths, and there's houses, and somehow to include that uh, as part of the sanctuary, because you need to find sanctuary anywhere at any time, any place, for your own sanity. So that's all I have to share with you today. Hope you have a great day. Bye bye.